So what we're going to do is take a look at how we can build a very basic Wix website for our portfolio. This will be, serve as your assignment portfolio, but later you can keep it to essentially as your real portfolio when you go to apply for jobs. Let's begin by going up to the right-hand corner and clicking Login. I'm just going to log in with Google. So I'm going to pause the video and just click this Continue with Google button. Now you can see here I have 3 websites here. If you've already made one, you'll have one here. But you should be approached by something like this where it's like you probably will have a clean screen. I'm just going to move this one to trash because I think this was from a previous example I was using in class. So what I'm going to do here is just create a new site. Now I teach a few courses, and I prefer everyone have a portfolio website. So I'm going to just sort of keep this pretty generic. So I'm going to go ahead and hit portfolio here. And then it gives you a bunch of options. Like I said, I teach a bunch, so we could do digital art. If you're a film student, you might want to pick this one, which says film student portfolio, digital media portfolio. So let's do that one because that's kind of I teach film courses, I teach game development courses, all that. So this would be a good, if you're like me and you're interested in multiple things. So go ahead and hit next. And it's like, well, what do you want to name your portfolio? I have one before I called DeMargin Film. I'm going to call this one DeMargin 3D. So go ahead and hit next on that. Now, the thing with this is the more of these you check on, the more it's going to add to your site. And I really just want like a very clean, almost nothing on their site. I'd rather design it myself. And even if it looks poorly, with time and skill, it'll start to look better. You'll start to look at other people's site and look for things to include. So once I just checked off the one, I hit next. I'm going to go ahead and hit go to dashboard here. This will start setting up the site. It's saying connect with a custom domain. You don't want to do this because this is where you're going to have to pay for the domain. So for now, don't worry about any of this stuff. Just go to this at the top where it says design site. This is what trips up a lot of people, and then just hit get started. Okay, so all of this is fine. I'm going to hit next, and let's just hit skip. Again, we just want to get to the page. You could pick whatever the 3 that you like. I don't know. I mean, I'm really just going to end up deleting all of this junk. So I'm going to hit skip. This contact page is nice. This is kind of cool. It has a bio. Let's add an about, and we do want a contact page, so let's hit next there. And really for this particular class, all I care about is your about page, which is about you, and I care about your portfolio page. All right, so we have this, and I'm going to go to editor. Now, initially the Wix website could be a little bit kind of daunting, but they give you these little tags that tells you where to add element, section, pages and menu, site design. So I'm going to click off of that so we could start working. Now, I'm going to hold Control and scroll my wheel in so I could zoom in. They also have this option here where you click on zoom in 50%, and then you're zoomed into the site at 100%. So this is kind of nice to you. There's also these tools up here where you can do toolbar, and then that'll give you all the measurements. There's layers, which is pretty cool. So here you can see under the gallery, there's the pro gallery. There's all this stuff for pages. Here's the footers. Here's the headers. This is all on this page, by the way. This is the layers of the page. So for example, if I click line, you can see that's the line up there. So this is nice if you need to access something and you're not able to click on it right away. You can. Let's do some designing. So the first thing I want to do is I want to go to my portfolio page. That's what I really care about. So I'm going to click on this page here, and it shows you home. I'm going to click on portfolio. And that'll take me to my portfolio. Now, none of these are my artwork, and to be honest with you, they're pretty cookie cutter. If you remember before, if I select this, I can actually go to layout, manage project. There's all these behaviors, design, animation. You can add stuff. I can also edit this, like quick edit this. And that's just me working in this section. So I can change the section background color to an image or color, things like that. Here's the color options. And you could see as I update it, let's say we want to do like this greenish thing. I think this whole image gallery is blocking it. But here's some uploaded media. This is where you could bring in your own stuff. So you could leave this portfolio here if you want to do imagery. But what we're looking for is to make out our own custom pages. So off on the side here, we're going to go to pages and menu. And you can see here, there's this portfolio sections, which we want. If you go to site menu, this is where you can actually add pages. So we're going to add the first page, and whatever class you're taking with me, right? I want a blank page. We're going to name this, for example, like if you're in my intro to video course. I'm going to hit done, but I want to grab it and I'm going to move it to the right. underneath portfolio. So I'm moving a little bit to the right and I'm kind of pushing up a little bit so I get this little line here. And then what happens in the view is I'm going to go ahead and hit preview. And now in preview mode, you can see I can go to portfolio. Then I can also go to intro to video. And here's that intro to video blank page. So I'm going to go back to the editor. And so some of the things you're going to want to do when you're designing your pages, I'm going to add an element here, is I'm going to want to add a heading, right? So here's add heading 1. And what's cool about Wix is you can move this around. So I'm going to say PSA, or public service announcement, So here's my public service announcement. And underneath that, you're going to want to add a video. So let's go to videos. And your assignments are all going to be mostly on, they're going to be on YouTube. So let's go to single video player. And then down here we have YouTube. So this is where you could put it. Or if you want, you could put it off to the side here. And something else I like, and I'm going to give you a lot of creative freedom, is let's do paragraphs and then pick one that you like a font. This is kind of nice. Just put this next to it. Make sure it lines up. And then in here you can type, this is a video. This is a PSA video. Zombies. And then you can, the link to full article. I mean, I don't know. It's a button text. You could do, I don't know, link to your next PSA or something. But anyway, that's there. Now, what we want to do next is we just want to hit publish. Now, what's interesting about this is before it was kind of hard to find this, but they give you this, congratulations, your site has been published. You can go live now, right? So if I go to view site, it automatically, for me, gave me this Demargin 3D. Now, whenever you submit your assignment, you want to give me this entire URL. And if I go to portfolio here and I go link to video, you can see I have the video and then this and the PSA here. So that's really like the basics of what I'm looking for when you're creating or submitting your assignments to me, whether it's game or video.